Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Hope you guys can hear me okay and see me okay. What's going on, guys? Johnny Trades with the Learn to Earn team, back with another live day trading session. Today is February 2nd, 2026. It's 7:26 my time, and the market opens in about 3.5 minutes. So let's see, it looks like everything is going good. All right, perfect. Welcome. Morning. All right, we are live. Hope you guys are all having a great start to your day. Let's react to the market. Okay, there we go. Making sure everyone can hear me okay, see me okay. All right. Perfect. All right, market opens in about a minute. Looks like QQQ did sell off to about $610 in the overnight session. Looks like it found support at 610.05 and pushed all the way back up to 618. So right now during the pre-market session, it's down about 0.5%. SPY also down about 0.34%. Now on the 5-minute, it looks bullish. It is above the moving averages. On the 30-minute, it's also above the 45 EMA. Let's see if it holds. And on the 1 hour, it is far from where it needs to be. The 4 hour, it's also below those moving averages. So daily, still above that 45 EMA. Very nice. So we'll see what happens here. Bitcoin at 77,900 after selling off over the weekend all the way down to 74,500. Good morning, welcome. Welcome to another live stream. Glad to have you. Raju in Germany, hello. Can't believe it's already February, guys. The first trading week in February. We already wrapped up January, a whole month of trading for 2026. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. Can't believe Bitcoin dropped below 74.9. MSTR up to 140 at the moment. MSTU pushing up. MSTZ is down. It's up 12% from Friday. So MSTZ, anyone who shorted this on Friday made a nice, decent profit from $15 to 18.80s. That's 20% overnight hours to where it is now at about a 12%. So very nice. Whoever held those MSTR shorts did really well. Now Bitcoin is pushing up. MSTZ is selling off due to that really high resistance level. Let's see, we'll see if it holds up at these levels or not, or does it begin to sell off? That is a little bit loud. That audio is a little bit loud, isn't it? I'm going to reduce that back down to 40. There we go. Bitcoin pushing up 78,171. We'll see if it holds, or does it begin to sell off even more? Oh, short-lived rally. MSTR is selling off. Interesting to see. I wonder how QQQ is doing. QQQ pushing up to 620. Okay, love to see it. Pretty sure, was it Disney that reported earnings today? Let's go ahead and bring up our weekly economic calendar from our Discord. See what kind of trades we can make today. Yeah, that is correct. Disney before open. We have Palantir today after close. PayPal tomorrow. All right. Google Alphabet on Wednesday. Amazon on Thursday, so that's very exciting to see. See how high this can push up. Smash that like button for me, guys. I'd appreciate it. Bitcoin pushing. MSTR below that moving average, so we could get some more selling pressure at a low of 135 during the overnight hours. Don't necessarily want to go long on Bitcoin. Let's get 10 shares of MSTZ at this level. If it breaks below, then we could always get out of this position. We're going to start light with 10 shares. And pushing to 78,000. MSTR at 140. Do not copy my trade, guys. This is a very high risk trade, as this could easily begin to push up to those 175 levels again. It doesn't have to, but it is possible. Especially with MSTZ pushing up so much. Remember, MSTR has no value. It doesn't sell anything. Doesn't have a product that it sells. It doesn't have a service it sells. It literally just holds Bitcoin. That's all it does. It holds Bitcoin. They're actually losing money. Bitcoin pushing, it's at 78,300. For some reason, my quality of the stream is doing very poorly today. I do apologize for that. MSTR up to 142. Gonna buy 10 more here. 10 more at 1740 on MSTZ. how QQQ is doing. QQQ up to 622. So MSTR can also push up with the overall NASDAQ market just as fast and easily as it can push up with Bitcoin. So I believe everything's, so oversold that they will recover a little bit here. MSTU looking nice on that pre-market, up 10% already for MSTU. MSTR pushing up to 143. MSTZ down to 17. As Bitcoin is pushing up to 78,594. Do apologize for the choppy stream too. I don't know why it's so choppy here. Let's see. 68. Says we're in good health right now, so that's okay for the stream quality. 78.5, 78.570. MSTR up to 144. I want to buy some more down here, but I better wait for confirmation to be in my favor. So we're just going to wait on that for right now. 2QQ pushing up to 623. Let's take a look at Disney. We don't normally look at Disney, but they did report their earnings this morning. Wow. Walt Disney from 118 pre-market down to 103. It is down 12% on that move, or 6% from Friday. That is insane. Disney slips pre-market ahead of earnings. Disney first quarter results surpass Street View. Disney notes higher attendance spending at U.S. theme parks. Streaming box office success drives Disney Entertainment Unit. Disney forecasts fewer international travelers to visit U.S. parks. So that's very interesting. Interesting to see that all this mixed news came out, right? Negative, neutral, positive, trending, negative, neutral. It's literally just selling off. 31% or 31 analysts are saying it's a 67% of 31 analysts are saying it's a buy, with an average or an analyst price target of a low of 77, an average of 132, and a high of 160. So that's very interesting. Pushed all the way down to 103, which hasn't seemed to happen in a while, not since December. December it pushed all the way down to 101. We're going to hit 101.17 as a support. And then it looks like a lot of resistance. Like a lot of resistance around 114 to 116. So we're going to do 116 right there. So very interesting to see for Walt Disney. QQQ at 622.70. Looks like it's finding some resistance right now. 623.03. It's finding some daily resistance. and that's basically where it was on Friday. So it's retesting old resistance levels. See if it gets rejected here, or if it continues to push higher. Bitcoin up to 78,700, so that one is still pushing higher. Very nice move. MSTR is what I'm really focused on. It's at 144. See if this begins to sell off more. It's holding well right now. Love to add more to my position when it makes sense. Okay, Bitcoin's selling off now. It's frustrating when the moves happen overnight, right? I would have loved to have captured this move during normal trading hours, but sometimes that does happen. We have a huge gap up for MSTZ, so we'll need to fill that gap potentially, and we'll see if it does. Same with MSTR. Get a gap fill and then get rejected around 151 again. That is possible. We'll see if that's the case today. I do have some shares in MSTZ this morning. Bitcoin curling over. See how long that lasts. As QQQ pushes up to retest the resistance level. Looks like it's consolidating, so we could get a nice little push back, or a nice little pullback here. Oracle was another one that we were looking at yesterday on our Sunday Stock Talk. If you haven't watched that video, definitely go watch our live stream, which we host every week on Sundays. We go over stocks I'm interested in. We go over stock picks from you guys, my subscribers, and our Learn to Earn team. And it looks like Oracle pushed up to 175. Isn't that amazing? What a beautiful move. From 154 low, which we called out a 161 low and a 150 low. So right in between that buy range level. And it got rejected beautifully right off of that moving average, just like we explained. Anytime it's below this 200-day moving average, it gets rejected. If we can get above it and hold, then we could see more upside potential. But right now it got rejected beautifully off of that 1 hour time frame, right off of that 200 moving average. Pushed up though from 154 to 175. Pushed up $20 per share, or 13% in the pre-market session, and now it's giving it all back. It says Oracle fundraising might pressure margins in short term. Oracle shares fall pre-market on plan to raise up to $50 billion for AI infrastructure bailout. So I know some of you guys were interested in that, so we are keeping you guys up to date on it. Plug just doesn't have a lot of volume today, so it didn't really move. Looks like it pulled back to 199. We called a support at 211, but looks like it's going to be selling off even more, touching that 45 EMA on the 1 hour. It's going to be selling off, so that's Plug. QQQ still consolidating at 622, which was previous rejection zones around Friday. So we'll see what happens here. And a couple days prior, a lot of consolidation happening around 623 for QQQ. So we'll see, does this push higher, or does it continue to consolidate and then begin to curl over? Bitcoin curling over from 78,700 down to 78,400, which means MSTR should begin curling over as well. Yep, there we go. We are beginning to see it curl over just a little bit here. Do apologize for my stream being so choppy. Keeps going from green to red to green to red. It's probably the weather. I have Starlink, but it could be the weather messing with everything. There we go. Let's see if this pushes higher. Let me know if you guys have any questions or if you guys are watching anything that you want me to take a look at. QQQ. Okay, QQQ breaking that 623 support. See if it's overreaction or if it begins to sell off even more. Or push up higher. Which, there's no reason why it can't push up higher. We'll actually get rid of that line as it's not consolidating and rejecting anymore. It's actually consolidating and pushing higher, which is great to see for QQQ. Raju in Germany says, I'm watching SoFi and Big Bear AI. Yep, SoFi is a big one for me. I am invested in SoFi. So I do like to see this little dip here down to 21.86. Very nice. This does tend to track the overall market fairly well. Of course, the market would give this a better reason to push higher. And was that BBAI, I think? Yeah, Big Bear AI Holdings. All right, holding support at 480. We must have drawn out this support level previously from talking from the last time you called it out, I believe. Looks like it's holding that support very well. We'll see if it continues to hold, but right now it's still getting rejected from that $6.56 mark. So we got resistance. We have a common support down 25%. This could give a reason for traders to start pushing in, buying more BBI. I have some positions in both, but down 12% and 14%. Yeah, that's pretty significant. I don't have any BBI at the moment, but I do have some SoFi. And I'm down on my 10 shares, I'm down about 4%. 4%, I have an average share price of $23.21 on SoFi. So not the worst, but not the best right now. Bitcoin selling off 78,300. See if the selling pressure continues. MSTR is holding very well around 143.50. MSTZ is up to 1705, 17. So see if that holds. QQQ still pushing higher. It's at 623.60. So that's great to see. What other companies could have interest? SanDisk, I know that was a big one for some of our members. SanDisk looking very bullish still. Nice little dip from 676 down to 540. Now back up to 617. So that is a beautiful move. As you can see here, verifying and confirming support above that 200-day moving average and then bouncing up very clear. So that's a nice little move right there. From Friday to highs from today. Nice 20% profit. $105 per share. That is amazing for SanDisk. SPY pushing higher as well. Dropped down to 681, pushing up to 693. It is back above this green line, which is a 200-day moving average. So we could see a lot more upward momentum for SPY, or the overall S&P 500. VIX did touch just shy of 20, which could indicate not only a lot more volatility in the market, but also an indication of, and of course that's what it did over the weekend. This was at 7:35 in the morning, so basically it's putting into play that this, did have some selling pressure over the weekend. Now it's back to about 1750 as the markets begin to push up higher. 624.91. Bitcoin bouncing off of that 45 EMA. Now I do have a position in MSTZ. We will be buying more. Maybe at this area of consolidation at 17, or I'll wait for the next rip up. MSTR curling over. Love to see it. There we go, looking for that drop. Bitcoin can continue to sell off, which would not be good for MSTR. Consolidating around 79, 80,000. If we do get rejected to test previous lows, it is a pretty big downside. And if it can happen during normal trading hours, we can see more panic during, of course, normal trading hours, as MSTR carries quite a few Bitcoins and it has an average share price of 76,000. So it's exciting. If Bitcoin falls below 76,000 again and holds, then MSTR would officially be in the red, and that would not be good for MSTR. That would give more reason for investors to sell MSTR, which would push it down even lower. So I'm kind of just explaining to you why I focus on MSTR and why I'm trading it. And it is risky, as Bitcoin could still push up, but for right now it continues to get rejected. MSTR gets rejected and continuing to get rejected. And again, MSTR is just a BS company. It has no services that it sells. It has no products that it sells. It literally just holds Bitcoin. So it's a very exciting time, to say the least, whether Bitcoin begins to sell off more or if it begins to recover. But I'm sure there's a lot of investors, and probably even Michael Saylor himself, who are sitting on the edge of their seat right now, wondering if Bitcoin is going to sell off even more, because it can. And when that happens, that's scary for investors. No one wants to be negative on their position. And at one point, Michael Saylor's, we're going to pull it up here because I did share it in the Discord. And let's see, was it in the announcement section? I think it was it in Trade Ideas? Where did I put the announcement at for Michael Saylor? Oh, right here. So as you can see, Bitcoin strategy average Bitcoin price 76,000, and it could be 76,600 potentially, but I know it's right around that mark. Very scary indeed. Think he'll double down? It's possible. We had someone in our group trade MSTU this morning, so that's cool. Are you guys able to see my live streams? I can never tell if how many of you guys are actually watching. Because if you don't click on the video and you're watching it inside the Discord, I don't think it registers till much later. We're gonna do it again right here. We're 700 plus members. There we go. We'll see if that helps, at least for now. All right. Bitcoin selling off down to 77,900. Which means MSTR is curling over. Love to see it. It's exactly what we wanted to see. MSTR down to 141.70. MSTZ is up to 1744. We have a light position of 20 shares. I should have bought some more, to be honest. Down about 1%. I should have bought some more at this consolidation area. So I kind of missed out on that already. Yeah, it's already up 4%, 6%, 10% move from those lows to previous highs if it does play out. A 10% move today. Hood down to $90 for anyone keeping track of that. Netflix up to 85. SoFi up to 22. AG&C to 11. Wow. QQQ curling over slightly. All right, back to break even on MSTZ. Again, buying more shares would have been nice, as MSTR is down to 140.77, giving back all of the money, all of the profits it just made today. MSTR giving back all of the progress that it just had. 1769. Okay, we're now in the green. 20 shares, nothing too crazy. Again, I would have loved to have bought more at this consolidation period. I just wanted confirmation that it would be pushing back up again. Last thing you want is to buy here, and then it breaks this support, it begins to sell off further. But yeah, that consolidation, usually when it consolidates like this after a big sell-off, it'll consolidate and then change direction, whether it's up or down, like you saw with MSTR. A little bit of consolidation from a small sell-off, pushed up, retested moving average as a support, pushed up higher, consolidated, and then curled over and got rejected. So we can see this get rejected here, or it could find support and begin to rally. I'm going to take a little bit of profits here just because of that moving average. And again, this is a very small trade. I should have did better in buying more down here, as this has already pushed up from 1680 to moving average 6%, 6.5%, $1 per share. So 100 shares, $100. And we're going to sell the last, 1% on a very small trade. Let's see what happens. We're going to hold on. Could push up and come back down. Now, if it does come down, I can always buy some more. I know some people are interested in Okolo. I don't know why this chart looks like this. This is so messed up. Why is my order book level 2 over here? Whoa, why is it all weird like that? Should be down here. There we go. Very odd. Where's my level 2? Dang, this one's all messed up for Okolo. Down 6% though on Okolo. BTC up to 77.8. Again, now it's below this moving average after being bullish from what, about midnight last night, 11 o'clock last night, double bottom. Pushed all the way up to 78.745 as the moving average was a nice support. Now it's below this moving average. We could see more selling pressure for Bitcoin, which means MSTR would sell off more. It's at 139.66, 139.70. See if it holds or gets rejected off of this moving average. Again, we had a very small position, up 1%. I already locked in 10 shares just because this is beginning to curl over, get rejected. So this could come all the way back down for retest. Don't necessarily want to hold it. I mean, 10 shares is nothing. But again, just know when to lock in profits, know when to cut your losses. It's all part of the game. We'll see if this gets rejected. And yeah, looks like we've been live for about 38 minutes. Got to see me take a very small trade. Got a little carried away talking and looking at other stocks that I missed my opportunity. I saw it consolidating. I saw a couple red candles, so I thought, maybe it can go a little lower. I'm going to wait to buy more shares. And sure enough, it pushed all the way up without me. It was 6.5%, close to 7% move. $1.17 per share. 100 shares, about $117 in profit today for MSTZ. And same with MSTU. If you saw value in MSTU, we had someone trading it this morning in our Discord. From 6.42 to 7. That's almost a 10% profit. 9.8%, up 63 cents. So still a very nice move either direction, whether you went long on MSTR or shorted MSTR, which is the same as going long on Bitcoin or shorting Bitcoin. So looks like QQQ did hit our alert at 625.20. We're going to push this up to 626. We'll see if it hits that level next. And we are going to bring this back up to about 620 as well to see if it breaks below 620. So QQQ is doing very well, pushing up higher after a weekend sell-off. Bitcoin not doing so much. Back down to 77.6. MSTR looks like it is going to potentially break this moving average, which could be good for us. But if the overall market is pushing higher, then we could technically see Bitcoin and MSTR push up a little higher as well. And with that said, guys, I will keep you all up to date in the Discord. We've been going for about 41 minutes. A little bit of a shorter live stream today. It is Monday, but I woke up with another headache. I don't know why, but yeah, I woke up with the headache, so I'm gonna kind of get off the charts today from staring at them and go for a walk and drink some coffee, hydrate, take care of my health today. But I still wanted to hop on with you all and live stream. It is one of my favorite parts of my day. I hope it will become a favorite part of your day. I love trading, and I just want to showcase that and share that with you all, to share my passion with you, especially if you guys are passionate about trading and making money in the stock market as well. I just want to I want us to share that together. I know it can be hard to talk about stocks and talk about money with people who aren't interested in it. So this is a great community to feel safe and comfortable doing that with each other. So I appreciate your guys' time. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. It's very early on a Monday. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Monday. And remember, don't be afraid to lock in profits. Don't be afraid to take your losses. Don't hold them for too long. And that'll all help us to end the year on a green note. Thank you guys, and have a great rest of your day.